Hello and a very good evening. You're now watching TVS English News at 5. Let's get into it. Construction works for Satok suspension bridge at Jalan Matang to Jalan Merdeka, Kubaria will recommence tomorrow, November 30th. Department of Public Works JKR Southern Region in a statement said the work is expected to be completed by December 31st of this year.
Hence, road users are advised to plan their journey ahead of time to avoid traffic inconvenience due to the construction works. The department pointed out that Tun Datuk Patinggi Haji Abdul Rahman Yaakob roundabout can be used as an alternative to head to Jalan Merdeka and Jalan Matang. Any changes to the works schedule will be announced at the appropriate time.
The Ziara Khame program continues despite the COVID-19 pandemic. Just at this time, it was done virtually. Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Dato Sri Nancy Shukri, said such a program intends to constantly assist the needy.
Nancy, who is also Batang Sarong Assemblywoman, said the assistance previously were delivered to house, but a different approach was implemented this time in view of the current situation in maintaining health and safety. According to Nancy, various efforts have been made to improve the program, including the distribution of assistance and the involvement of relevant agencies, to which the follow-up actions are taken in categorizing the target groups to prevent dropout issues. Through this initiative, she hopes for the number of recipients in the Batang Sadong constituency will decrease once the problems at the grassroots are solved. The program, she said, served as a platform to see the condition of residents in the area and become a channel to deliver continuous contributions.
Preparation for the next season of the Premier League, Kuching City FC squad will hold a tour series to several divisions in Sarawak to search for new talent to be absorbed into the main squad.
According to Assistant Team Manager Iswandi Ali Hassan, the tour is also intended to promote the rebranding of Kuching FA to Kuching City FC.
Okey, kami orang yang pergi tu akan membuat pemain daripada skuad utama Liga Perdana Kuching, termasuk dengan import dua orang, Yuta dan juga Yuki. Kita jelajah tu tujuannya bukan apa saja, kita sebenarnya nak cari pemain baru untuk Piala Presiden dengan kalau boleh dengan untuk pasukan utama Liga Perdana yang ada yang kita rasa ada bakat, kita akan setidaknya untuk trial dulu dengan Kuching dalam masa seminggu. So that's why sebelum kami plan tu kami dah 2 minggu lah plan dengan sidak bahagian-bahagian FA untuk sidaknya ngumpul players, pemain baru yang ada yang terbaik bagi bahagian. Untuk friendly tu lah. Terus kita orang pun akan ngeluarkan pemain-pemain orang pun lah yang utama pun lah.
He said this when contacted by TVS on Saturday. He also hopes the Kuching City FC team will be lined up with new talents hailing from different divisions of Sarawak.
Okey, sejarah tu mudahan kami orang ada nemu pemain-pemain baru lah. Mendapat kerana tujuan kami orang tu pun dapat lah. Terus kami orang coaches pun belum lagi ada, cumanya kini tu kami nak cari macam tim tu mendapat kira macam untuk biarlah minyak lokal kita lah, maksudnya minyak Sarawak kita pun banyak main dalam tim pasukan Kuching City FC tu.
Among the destinations for the tour are Sri Aman, Sarike, Sibu, Mukah, Bintulu and Miri, which will be scheduled for 15 days starting December 8th. Being a newcomer in the Malaysian League, the club from Sarawak has proven their capabilities when it successfully won 4th place in the previous league despite struggling in the beginning of the league. The Kuching City FC squad created history when it successfully qualified in the 2020 Malaysia Cup.
And now the weather updates. The Malaysian Meteorological Department, or Met Malaysia, said heavy rains are forecast in the east coast and rural areas of the peninsula and the west coast of Sabah, as well as Labuan until tomorrow. It added in a statement that downpours are also expected in several districts in Sarawak today, particularly in Kuching, Serian, Samarahan, Sri Aman, Betong, Sarike, Sibu and Bintulu. Well, stay tuned for more news. We'll be right back after the commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. The provision of the purchase of COVID-19 vaccines will be increased following the current needs. In revealing this, Minister of Finance Tengku Dato Sri Zafrul Tengku Abdul Aziz said this was a follow-up for the previous 3 billion ringgit allocated to fund the purchase of vaccines.
Zafrul said his administration would not hesitate to increase the provision should the previous set amount is inadequate. However, he said the provision will not only use to purchase vaccine, but also includes all assistance aspects required by the Ministry of Health MOH in fighting the COVID-19 pandemics. According to the study by MOH and the Ministry of Energy, Science, Technology and Innovation, more than 3 billion ringgit are required to vaccinate about 70% of Malaysians. He said this was an estimated provision based on discussion with the vaccine manufacturers.
Singapore's Ministry of Health confirmed that one of the 5 imported cases announced on Saturday is a 36-year-old Malaysian man. Labelled as 58413, the work permit holder who arrived from Malaysia has been on a stay-home notice.
In its full data released late last night, the ministry said the man and 4 other imported cases were asymptomatic and were detected from its proactive screening and surveillance. The case brings the total number of Malaysians infected in Singapore to 2 this week. On Saturday, the country reported a total of 6 new cases, with 1 locally transmitted case bringing the total infection there to 58,205. Almost 99% or 58,119 cases had fully recovered in Singapore. Meanwhile, the Republic has also reported another death due to the coronavirus, taking the cumulative number of fatalities to 29. The latest fatality involved a 68-year-old Singaporean man who died at the National University Hospital with the cause of death determined by the pathologist as ischemic heart disease with COVID-19.
The Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, will provide very small aperture terminal or VSAT technology in Kampung Gusi, Ranau, Sabah. In a statement today, MCMC said the effort had received support from Common Tower Technologies Sdn Bhd, or CTT, a state-backed company which is a subsidiary of Warisan Harta Sabah Sdn Bhd as part of the company's corporate social responsibility.
The statement said MCMC sympathized with the students from the village who reportedly fell from a broken bridge while trying to get better internet connectivity to follow online lessons. It added CTT General Manager Lau Chun Ming had confirmed that the installation of the VSAT would be carried out by December 15th. In addition, 3 telecommunication towers will be built near Kampung Gusi under the National Digital Infrastructure Plan, or JENDELA. The locations have been stated in the tender document issued by MCMC on November 20th. Meanwhile, MCMC advised all students not to endanger themselves in search of internet access.
Well, that's all news for now, but for more news updates, stay tuned to the Nightline tonight with Ruben Gomez at 11:30 p.m. I'm Razi Ahmad for TVS. Stay safe.